comes from, please look at me when you answer so that they'll... Right, a very warm welcome if you've just joined us. We are in Woodmead, just north of Johannesburg today for the latest in the series of New Age business briefings brought to you by the SABC and very kindly sponsored by JIC Mining Services today. And the subject of conversation is state capture. Is this a new phenomenon? Does it retard our economy in any way? A lot of people have perhaps been hearing this word state capture in recent times. It really isn't a new phenomenon. In fact, when I was doing my research for this, there's a lot of papers written by international organizations like the World Bank, the IMF, have been writing and debating on these issues for some time. The term state capture, I think in South Africa, has come to the fore in recent months. And they've centered around reports and allegations that the Gupta family, through their friendship with the president, have managed to wield a great degree of influence to the point that they may or may not have been able to offer the Deputy Minister of Finance, SABC Jonas, the job of Finance Minister. They deny these allegations. They say that this is not true. The president says, listen, ask them. He doesn't know anything about this either. So state capture is something that's become something that's talked about. But what is it? Is it a new phenomena? When does influence become too much? When do we cross the line between lobbying, which is a common practice in other parts of the world, to where it is actually a state capture? Well, to help us discuss this and explore this, my panel that we've assembled here to lead the conversation, but we look forward to your thoughts as well at Morning Live SABC is our Twitter handle, if you can share your thoughts with us there. The first person here is Mr. Hlaudi Motsoeneng, the Chief Operations Officer at the SABC. Very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Peter, and audience.
All right, thank you. Next to you, Nazim Hoa, CEO, Oak Bay Investments, and I guess you're going to kind of represent the Gupta's interests as well, and so you'll be able to explain some of these allegations and things that have been put forward. Next to you, Pinky Khoabane, columnist and social commentator. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to you. Again, you've written quite a bit and commented, and we love journalists because they see things in a different view. So we look forward to your thoughts. Louw, Executive Director, co-founder of the Free Market Foundation. Thanks for coming through. Free Market Foundation formed 1986, 85. So you've seen the previous order and the new order. So I look forward to making comparisons about the observations that you've seen.
75.
75. So it's a good number of years. And I'm thinking of the Afrikaner Broederbond at this stage in the first order. Aubrey, Matshiqi, thank you so much for joining us, a political analyst, very well respected. And again, you've also written a number of columns on this particular subject itself. We look forward to getting an understanding of that. Mzwanele Manyi, President of the Progressive Professionals Forum. Thank you very much indeed. Very vocal. People know you, and a serial Twitterer. So
He doesn't sleep. He doesn't sleep.
So we look forward to your thoughts. But I'm not going to go with this order. So I'm going to start with you, Nazim, because I guess your employers have kind of set this debate going and have set our hearts and minds and imaginations and trying to figure out what on earth is going on. You know, the name Gupta has come up several times now. Oak Bay Investments, where your CEO has come up now. And I just want to get your thoughts on this idea of state capture. Have the Guptas captured the state?
Thank you, Peter. You know, if we're going to talk about state capture, I want to say to you perhaps...
All right. I think there's a problem with your microphone. Can you just say another word and then let's just see if it's coming through? Yeah? Just say something
okay.
again.
Thanks, Peter.
Is that better? All right, okay. Unfortunately, we're going to come back to you. Is it fine now? Okay, all right. Pinky, I'm going to come to you, and then I'll come back to you, Nazim, hopefully in a couple of seconds. All right, so as a journalist and as a columnist, you get to see a number of views, sit back, have a little think about it. What's your view on this idea that state capture has happened? Are we captured as a state? What have you seen? What's your observations and an initial view?
Well, that sounds so, is it fine? It sounds so high. But anyway, I believe that, we have to start off by saying, what is state capture? It's infiltrating and influencing government. Now, this has been happening, as Mohsin said in his introduction, since 1652, The Afrikaner Broederbond are the experts of state capture. I mean, they came in, they influenced the government, the apartheid government, but for the benefit of the bigger group of Afrikaners to make sure that they usurp power really in all all sectors of the society. So this has been going on all the time. The issue right now, and I hope Nazim will be able to put this forth, is how is it that we suddenly, out of the blue, because it is out of the blue, that this discussion of state capture, which has been happening all the time, I mean, if you think about who runs the economy of this country, I mean, I can tell you the Guptas are not even part of the top 50. The guys that are there, Oppenheimers, the Ruperts, they own the economy. I mean, the treasury, they literally own, the JSE is owned by international companies that work from outside, foreign companies. So what do we mean when we suddenly have this paranoia over state capture? And hopefully, Nazim will tell us if this is how true it is or how false it is. But the issue is state capture has always been there. We've just ignored it. And why have we suddenly had this paranoia over it? And I think I know why. We are fighting over the economy of this country.
All right. You've raised a number of interesting points, and we're going to take a commercial break. We'll fix Nazim's microphone, and then we'll get to the rest of our panelists. But I am intrigued by the talk of the economy being in control of certain hands. But I guess state capture, some people might say it's control of the executive, and I wonder if that's something that we need to explore as well. Stay with us, we'll be back shortly, and please start tweeting at Morning Live SABC.